Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Lag of the Wild. Yeah, it's pretty bad here. It hasn't changed at all. But the reason I'm actually in this Great Hyrule Forest, I knew the name, don't mess with me. The reason I'm here is because I have a lot of Koroks I have yet to use. I'm also kind of doing a bunch of miscellaneous stuff this episode, so, you know, better late than ever to do this. And I might as well talk about something while I'm sitting here and getting a lot of my Korok seeds out of the way. I'm going to be perfectly honest. The audio in this video won't be very good. Nor will the audio in a lot of other episodes, and the reason I am saying this is because Elgato is having issues again. I know that's something I say every other day, but it doesn't change. Elgato is consistently having issues for me, and now it's deciding to have audio issues. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I knew about this issue a while ago. I just never took any steps to better it. The reason for that being, I didn't really need to. It never got on my nerves too much. But it started to get really, really bad. If you're wondering what the issue is, it's the occasional crackling that may happen. So even if I'm talking quietly, it's not like if I yell too loud, it starts crackling, which would be an issue in and of itself because I'm just a loud person. But, 5, okay, never mind. Sorry, I was saying something, wasn't I? It's not like it's just crackling whenever I'm being too loud. It's crackling even when I'm quiet. So it's kind of a weird issue, and I don't know the cause of it. I'm gonna be kind of looking around to see if people can help me out, because I am messing with some of the audio settings in Elgato for now, but we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to be messing with audio again a little while from now. I have not messed with it just yet, so rest easy. There won't be any audio mixing issues just yet, but there may be later. That's what I wanted to kind of get out of the way. So yeah, there's that. There's all of that. I'd also like to note this isn't an issue with my microphone, because, you know, some people might say that. No, this isn't. I've already checked my microphone in multiple other softwares, for example, action recording software, Audacity, as an obvious one. But yeah, I've been checking my microphone in other softwares, because I was kind of afraid that it might be time to pass on my mic and get a new one, get a different one, which is kind of a big fat blow to the wallet. And no, I don't have to just yet. It is an issue with Elgato, so with a few little tweaks, I might be able to fix this up. But for now, it will remain the same. So I apologize about that. But without further ado, I might as well explain what I'm doing this episode, because I lied to you last time. Last time I said I would get started on Urbosa's song, and guess what? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not happening. Instead, I'm going to be tackling a few different shrines that I've seen along the way, and I said I'll get to those later. Fun fact, I never got to them, so I am, well, going to get to them. A little bit of a fun fact, I have been re-recording episode 61 so much that my gamepad went from being fully charged to almost dead. Which isn't actually saying much. The Wii U gamepad dies like crazy, but it still says something, because the battery life of the Wii U gamepad's around, not 6, I almost said 6 hours. No, it's around like 2, I think? I could be wrong. I haven't actually checked in a long time. I think I remember it being 2, which I never actually saw to be a major issue back when I didn't do Let's Plays, and then I realized, wow. Or actually, no, back when I didn't, play, like, Breath of the Wild, which I usually sit down and play for, like, few more hours than that, back before that, I was like, oh, 2 hours, that's whatever, you know, 2 hours is a perfectly fine, battery life, which is just completely false. And then I actually sat down, of course, I actually sat down to play Breath of the Wild, and I was like, oh, wait, controllers should probably have more than just 2 hours of battery life if you're gonna be playing a game for more than 2 hours, which I just never noticed. I don't know, I'm stupid. I've been stupid for a long time. Things don't change. Anyway, there's a shrine that I talked about, I think it was like it was the episode before last episode. And yeah, I marked it. I'm gonna go do it immediately. And something else I may as well note. I want to talk about this because I want to have kind of a conversation starter for those who are interested in this type of thing. Just kind of have a conversation with those who are interested, again, with this type of thing I'm going to say. But what's the thing? It's concept art. Wow, my commentary is all over the place. It is 11 o'clock at night, there's a solar eclipse going on right now, and I'm missing it to record Breath of the Wild. Actually, everything I just said there was wrong. Well, to an extent. Tonight, it was actually a lunar eclipse, which occurs when the Earth passes between the moon and the sun, and the Earth's shadow obscures the moon, or a portion of it. Whereas a solar eclipse, which is what I said, occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun, blocking all or a portion of the sun. It's nighttime, therefore it's a lunar eclipse, not a solar eclipse. This just goes to show how absolutely delirious I was. I hope you enjoy the rest of this terrible episode. Not actually. It takes about like an hour to fully, fully whatever. I don't know. To fully eclipse. To become red. I don't know. I'm so tired. This is gonna be all over the place. And that's fine. Because at least that'll be interesting. Because I already talked about the fact that my Elgato, or not my Elgato, I had a recording error or whatever, and, I didn't actually explain why I had that issue, so I might as well explain again why I had that issue, and, the reason was, the first episode I recorded for, episode 61 was boring as sin. I tried some of Verbosa's song, I was like, okay, I don't have anything interesting to say about this, and I didn't know I wouldn't have anything interesting to say about it, so I kept trying to string the commentary along, try to keep it going, and it just wouldn't. So it did not turn out well. I usually can deal with bad commentary because I have it all the time. But, that I just could not deal with. I wanted to go to sleep while listening to it. Not even joking. Now, I know what this is. This is not just going to be going into the shrine. It is actually going to be a little bit of a challenge before that. Therefore, I do want to do something a little bit interesting, and that is actually make stamina potions, or just throw my mushrooms on the ground. Whatever floats your boat, Link. I'm fine with whatever you want to choose. It's been a lot. I almost said it's been a long, and then tried to mix long with while, which doesn't work. It's been a while since the last time I actually did make anything in a good old pot. So let's do that. Let's make a few things in the pot. I'm actually gonna get rid of all my stamella mushrooms, I think. That is a full... Wow, okay. That is not bad at all. That is a full, big, fat wheel of stamina. Hey, remember when I said there was something going on? Like an eclipse that only happens, like, 1 every 40 years or something like that? Yeah. Just ran downstairs to check it out. Some may say I should re-record this episode, I should start over, but no! I'm not doing it! I am not! I've had so many failed recordings that I just don't care anymore. And you know what? I'm gonna try to justify my complete hectic nature right now by saying, it's charming. That's it. Anyway. Pump it up, brother! By the gods, I love me some muscle. This right here is our hardcore training ground. String Bean. This is where we come to get ripped and shredded. It's where Goron boys become Goron men, brother. Please move. I ain't moving a muscle, brother. Not a single well-defined muscle. This is a special platform. Sacred, even. Only real Goron men, as decided by us 3 Goron blood brothers, are allowed. Besides, my little bro's in the middle of training right now. A brother does not interrupt a brother's training, brother. But I gotta say, you do seem like a real man of action. Almost like you have a Goron air about you. I like it. So what are you waiting for, brother? Get training! Yeah, that's it. If you can clear our hardcore training program, I'll move out of your way. You know it's hardcore because it's in red text. Count me in. Ha! Good answer, brother. We're gonna shred you to pieces, little man. Prepare your tiny self. Okay, let me explain how this hardcore training works. The rules are dead simple. Simple as a deadlift, brother. Oh my god, my voice! Oh! Starting from... I should not have made that noise. Starting from the top. You gotta climb back here within the time limit. But, don't fool yourself into thinking it's only a climbing challenge, little man. You gotta pick up rupees as you go. Get up the cliff within the time limit and grab a passable amount of rupees. Do that and you pass the test. But, if you run out of time or decide to give up your climb halfway through, that was all types of messed up order-wise. Dear God. Ugh. You'll have to return all the rupees you picked up. That's life, brother. We're going to help you push past your limits, brother. Your physical, mental, and emotional limits. Okay, enough messing around. It's time for the hardest of hardcore feats. Gut Check Challenge. Hopefully that didn't peak the audio too much. It probably did. Oh, almost forgot a tiny detail, tiny man. No train, no gain. And no pay, no stay. So yeah, it's 20 rupees per attempt. So, wanna sum this This just shows that I'm really tired. A lot of people, when they're really tired, they just don't say anything. They become, like, really, really, really passive. And, you know, me, it's kind of weird. I speak very, very quickly for a short amount of time, and then I just remember that, oh, yeah, I'm tired. Maybe I shouldn't be speaking a lot. And then I just get really, really, I don't know, it's weird. Then I stop learning. Did I stop learning how to speak? No, then I remember I don't remember how to speak, if that makes any sense. Essentially, I talk a lot, and then I stop talking because I get tired. That's the way that works. That's just the way Mafia works. I'm so stupid. I was about to say, that's just the way Mafia works. I hate myself so much. That's gonna date this video like nobody's business. Oh, God, okay. So this challenge is pretty simple. I don't remember having any problems with it, though that might be because I actually took it seriously, so maybe I should take it seriously, because that is usually the way things work. A lot of people are like, oh, why did I say this was so easy? But then when I went to record it, it was so difficult. And the reason is because a lot of the time, when you think something is easy because you had no problems with it on your normal playthrough of it, that usually means that it's going to be exceedingly difficult when you actually go to record it because you're not going to take it seriously. That's the way that works a lot of the time. I think what I want to do is just pretty much eat all of my stamina vessels and jump as fast as possible. This time limit is pretty actually gracious. It doesn't take too much time to get to the top, especially if you're jumping every which way. You shouldn't have too many problems with it, and I'm sure if you climbed and didn't do that, if you didn't do that and messed everything up, you wouldn't have to eat more than, like, one of your stamina things. But because, again, I messed up, I have to eat a little more of my stamina food than I wanted. Because I'm almost at the top, I still have 1 minute and 36 seconds left, and I've grabbed every rupee I've seen along the way. It's actually very, very easy. That was glorious! Nice going, brother. Now let's see how many rupees you scored. Looks like you got 123 rupees? Unbelievable! You've passed our training with the grit of a true Goron, my brother. In fact, you've earned the right to call yourself the 4th Goron Blood Brother. Hopefully there's no blood pact in that, because I would not be too interested there, man. As promised, you are now allowed to stand on this sacred platform of Goron manliness. A real honor, I know. You're officially one of us now. A true Goron brother. Welcome to the family. And good news, 4th brother. That means you can do the gut challenge all you want. As a Goron Blood Brother, you're ready for the hard stuff. Just let me know if you're pumped enough to try it. So, the gut check challenge is actually kind of interesting. It's not too hard, and you can come back here. Remember, we spent only 20 rupees to get 123. We keep the amount of rupees that we got from that challenge. So it's a good way to make cash. If you hate the convenience of selling ore, And because we technically did a trial before we entered the shrine, we don't actually have to do anything, we just get a prize, which is the Great Frost Blade. Thank God I increased my weapon stash twice, because I would not have been able to hold that. I pressed X to interact with it. God, I've been playing way too many other games than just Breath of the Wild. I have my inputs all types of confused with different games. But this video isn't long enough as is. Now, I have another plan. For a long time, I've been saying that I'll get around to doing the mazes. I'll do it eventually. And, I never did one within my main playthrough of Breath of the Wild. Therefore, I'm doing one now. Whether or not I'm going to do all of them is another story. You do get a full armor set for doing all three, so it's definitely something I've been considering, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, because they are all kind of similar. Once you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all, so I don't know if I'm too interested in actually continuing to do them, but we'll see. The main point is I've been kind of ignoring the mazes for a million years, and I finally decided, why not do one? This one's pretty simple. It shouldn't take me too long, to my knowledge. Again, to my knowledge, we shall see. There's also a few more shrines that I'm not going to do this episode, but they are within the desert, so I might as well get them done if I have extra time within some episodes. I don't know. I'm planning on getting at least one more stamina vessel before I move on to the next part of this DLC pack, the next part being the thing that's after Urbosa's song. So, yeah, we're gonna see how that works out. I'm gonna cut until I actually do get to the maze, because it is a little ways away, I think. It's not too far away, but I am gonna have to do a little bit of climbing, and you probably don't want to watch that. I don't have a lot to talk about. I have yet to do a little bit of research, and, I've yet to find actual concept art for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, despite the fact that, again, I do have Making of a Champion. Or, what is it called? I think it's Making of a Champion. Though I think there's only one connecting one connecting word in the middle? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. The point is, I have yet to find concept art, so I don't have a lot to talk about. I said I was gonna cut it out. I lied. I'm already at the maze. Wow, I'm really good at lying to people, which is not something I should be good at. Anyway, more importantly, you might think, okay, well, this maze is open in the top, and I can easily get to the top of this maze. Therefore, if the shrine is, just kind of like in the center of the maze, I don't even need to go through the maze. All I need to do is just jump straight into the area where the shrine is, and there we go. The labyrinth is completed. Well, that is actually not the case. Something you'll notice is that if I look down, and if I don't fall down, please, you'll notice that there is actually a grate all the way down there at the bottom, covering the shrine. That would have been bad. That would have been terrible. Now, I am not actually going to jump down there just yet. The reason for that being is I can kind of cheese this shrine just a little bit. Keyword being kind of. If I know the area that I need to go to, I can relatively easily jump down, like maybe right around here, pull out my paraglider, and get into a relatively close area to the place that I need to go. So, this is going to be a little bit easier than maybe just starting out from the very, very beginning. The reason I know about this is because this was one of my failed recordings of episode 61. I'm not going to talk about them too much because there's about like 5 of them, and I'm not joking. I genuinely wish I was. I'm not joking. But yeah, we're just going to continue this on. I think I'm already nearing the end. This is very, very easy if you know where to go, as many mazes are. Now, I'd like to actually talk about the mazes themselves. If you start from the outside and go towards the inside, you'll notice that the outside is kind of really unnecessarily big. The outer rings of this maze are long, they are wide, there is nothing in them to really warrant them feeling interesting, which is why I do actually have kind of an issue with this, mainly because this... Oh, by the way, I'm at the shrine. Hi. I do have an issue with this maze just a little bit, and the mazes as a whole, because some don't have enemies in them. And, while wandering around the maze is, challenging enough in and of itself, I gotta say this right now. there's really not enough interesting stuff to warrant going back and forth, which you will be doing, for a fact, if you're going through these mazes for the first time. There's not enough to warrant making it interesting. It's just really long, really wide corridors that make going back and forth a lot more annoying than they need to be, but I skipped all that because I knew exactly the path I needed to take, and how to make it the easiest. You're gonna have a lot more problems with this if you go through it the first time through without knowing what I knew. There were a lot of chests that I missed within the maze, so if you're going for 100% completion with all chests, first of all, good luck. Second of all, there were a few chests I missed. We technically did the whole trial, which was going through the maze itself, therefore, we get the reward just laying in the shrine. This is the Barbarian Armor. I have already talked about the fact that you do get a full armor set for completing all of the three, what am I trying to say? All of the three labyrinths. This is one of them. I do not believe I've actually shown off the status effect, but there is attack up, and just wearing this itself will give you one of 3 attack ups. So, you know, that's pretty dang neat. I believe, to my knowledge, this also has attack up, so I probably actually have already talked about it before, but whatever. Therefore, because I actually did purchase the DLC, I could easily get attack up without having to go for this armor set. So, yeah. Sorry, Barbarian Armor, there's really no need for me to get you. Again, I'm sorry. And with that, we're done here. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I will do maybe 1 or 2 more shrines, and we'll see what happens from that point onward. But, again, that's for next time. Until then.